my name is Candice Buchanan, and I'm going to introduce you to one of my local history heroes. This is the resting place of Margaret Bell Miller, and she was born in 1826 in Washington County, Pennsylvania, when the country was still very young. There were only 24 stars on the flag, women had no vote, and no right to an equal education. And Margaret spent much of her life trying to change those things, particularly in the way of education. She got the best that was available to her in terms of schooling in Washington County. She went to the Washington Female Seminary, where she graduated in 1846. One of her classmates remembered her saying that she was a dark-haired girl who was so unselfish that she was happy her sister was the prettier one. So she was quite an individual. And in 1849, when Waynesburg College formed and was preparing to hire staff and begin to educate here in Greene County, they particularly sought out a woman to be a part of that staff, to head the female seminary, which would later be the female department of the college. And they chose Margaret particularly, and when the president of the college, Joshua Loughran, the very first president, was preparing his students for the opening day of the school, he said, "Wait till Miss Bell comes and then we will do great things." So she was specifically chosen and brought here on purpose. And when she came, she did begin the female education at the school, but it was a very short time that the females were kept separate from the men, and that was largely due to Margaret. She, within 5 years from the first graduating class, so by the graduating class of 1857, she saw her girls graduate with equal bachelor's degrees to the men of the college. Margaret was married to Alfred Brashear Miller, who became the president of Waynesburg College, and together they led the school through the Civil War years and through a lot of the early stages that brought a lot of other schools in that time period down. So she had a very busy life. She not only was the wife of the president of the college, but she actually still taught about 7 hours a day, and together they raised 8 children. Margaret was able to see her oldest daughter enter Waynesburg College to receive an equal degree, but she died unfortunately not long after that, only 47 years old, just from exhaustion. She had really given her life to the education of women, to the school, to growing its possibilities. And when she passed away, her oldest daughter was in college, 18 years old. Her youngest child was not yet 2. So she really invested everything into that. This monument that's here for her and her husband was actually put here by the alumni of Waynesburg College. And on the far side of the stone here is a special inscription written for her that the alumni provided, and it's getting hard to read now, but I'm able to tell you what it says. It says, "Erected by the Alumni Association of Waynesburg College as a memorial of the noble woman and devoted teacher who gave the best 24 years of her life to the work of building up the institution of which she was the pride and ornament."